What's it really like to live in a Thai luxury condo building? So, I have lived in three around Bangkok in the last year, and I've noticed 12 very distinct features that you want to make sure you look out for when you are coming here for your visit. I'm making this video because in a few days, I start my Passport to Thailand community with a handful of women who are all moving to Bangkok in the next year, or at least they're going to try it out. So I'm going to be here on the ground meeting with them. They're going to be with my realtor, and I'm really excited for them to go through the process of visualizing themselves here. And I highly recommend you take an immersion trip. It doesn't have to be with me, but like just come to Bangkok and experience it for yourself before making the decision to fully relocate and start up a new life here. Okay, so let's get into the 12 features. Number one, this one I'm still like, my mind is blown. It just feels very futuristic. And I know with like biometric things, it might be dodgy for you. So I absolutely understand that. But the first thing that you'll notice in a luxury condo building is the face scanning. It is super secure. You need a face scan to enter the elevator area. You need a face scan to be able to go to any floor. And I really like that. You need the face scan to enter any of the amenity rooms. It just allows the building to be for residents of the building. This keeps the standard and the quality of the place really high. I have never seen this place look dirty. If there has been any events or anything happening, even when the earthquake happened earlier this year, I think our building was one of the quickest to just like, all right, like, let's fix things up. And I can really appreciate that level of proactiveness. So, yeah, this building is just very safe. And I think luxury buildings do care a lot about the aesthetics. So, yeah, you're just not going to see floaters, people just hanging around. It just feels very posh. Okay, the next thing you're going to notice in Thai luxury condo buildings is that you're going to have 3 to 4 security guards patrolling the area in like full regalia. I will never get tired of the front doorman in his full white suit, medals, badges, looks like a sailor hat. He salutes me every single day. I mean, I'm in and out of the building maybe 3 to 4 times on a normal day, and just as if he's never seen me before. The level of respect and the salute, again, when you are coming from the US as a Black person and you are used to being disregarded, to be so acknowledged, it makes you feel important. And it's not even about the salute, it's just the gesture of respect. I really am obsessed with Thai culture and how there's so much in, I even just recently learned this: when you are bowing or greeting, you know, everyday people, you put your thumbs on your chin and your fingers touch your nose and you just do a slight bow. But if it's an elderly Thai person, you want to now move it to your forehead and bow a little bit deeper. And just learning subtle nuances like that, it just goes to show the attention to detail in terms of the reverence and respect that's embedded in the culture. And I love that because America feels like a place where no one respects anyone, and it's just haphazardly, like it's just sad, honestly. So I really appreciate that. Everything feels super secure. So you have, a doorman running the front door. Then you have someone that is security guarding the entrance of the building. Then you have someone patrolling the back door, and then someone who's there for parking, which we're going to get to in a second. All right, the third thing that you'll notice is that the lobby will feel like a five-star hotel. It's bougie. Like, again, I don't know if you in your mind think Thailand is a developing country, like go ahead and like replace that thought with the idea or with the notion and with the fact that I've seen prettier buildings in Thailand than I have in America, and I've stayed at some really nice places in the States. I feel like Thailand just, whether it's the decor, the design, the lux, the glam, they do it really, really well. So yeah, the lobbies of your condo will look like you're checking into a five-star resort. And notice I'm also using the word condo. This is something I had to realize. But condo and apartment are kind of interchangeable. In the US, we know condo as something that kind of dictates ownership. But here, it's just they use the word condo more than apartment, but it's pretty much the same thing. You're leasing, renting, or you could be owning. But condo is kind of a more common terminology, I guess. All right, the fourth thing that you will notice in a luxury condo building here in Bangkok is the food delivery area. This is something that I had to learn to appreciate because whether you DoorDash or Uber Eats in the States, you can have people, again, complete strangers with guns in their pockets. They could come all the way up the elevator, straight to your door. And I would always wait for them to leave because human interaction, stranger danger, just, and it was super convenient though. I really appreciated how, it could be at my door in a few minutes here in Thailand because of the face scan and it's super secure. There's a Grab. Grab is like the Uber of Southeast Asia. GRAB. It's amazing. Definitely download it before you come to Thailand. But there's a Grab food delivery area. And when I tell you, this was probably the thing that shook me the most. No one steals. It messes up your psychology when you live in a place where people are taken care of to the point where you don't have to worry about petty theft. And I know poverty exists everywhere. I know there are always going to be people struggling. But the fact that I have never once worried about theft or security in this country, there is a part of my brain that I can literally just turn off. And I'm not used to that. I have to be hyper vigilant when I'm in the States. And I'm just so grateful that my nervous system is returning back home to itself. I'm at a homeostasis level that I haven't seen in years. And I've missed this version of myself, honestly. So yeah, the delivery area, you could be gone for a week and it'll still be there. Just super, super secure. The fifth thing that you'll notice in a luxury Thai condo building is this car elevator machine. I don't drive a car here, but if you do, basically there's an elevator that parks the car for you. I don't know how it works, but it looks like a robot elevator machine. But your car gets placed on these tracks, it gets spun around, and the elevator takes it up to a floor and it gets parked automatically. And there's a screen where it tells you, like, if you come down and you're like, maybe you bring your keys, and then the car man is like, okay, we'll retrieve your car for you. And then there's a queue, and this like screen will show you, like, here's where your car is coming from, here's when it's going to get there, or there's one car in front of you. And so you just see all these, and there's like some fancy cars in this building, but you see people like, yeah, just I don't know, a Lamborghini. I think there was like an orange Lambo that popped out, and I'm just like, yeah, why not? It's just, it just looks so cool. I've never seen anything like it, and I don't desire to drive here in Thailand, but I do appreciate that there is no clunky parking lot. Like all the cars are stored within a tower, and it's just kind of out of sight, and it just makes the whole building really functional and spacious. Yeah. All right. The sixth thing that you'll notice is that the lower, okay, elevators. I have been in buildings where elevators could take several minutes. And when I was touring condos, this is really important. When you are touring condos, like time how long it takes for the elevator to arrive. Let's say you're on the 10th floor and you're at the lobby. If it's taking 5 minutes to get the elevator to come back down, or you notice that one is constantly under construction, I would not move into that building, unfortunately. I am someone that is, I'm a homebody. Well, listen, I was a homebody in the US. I feel like I'm an outside body in Thailand. This country excites me. But there are days where I'm in and out 4 to 5 times. And even the rooftop gym, which we'll get to, if I have to wait on an elevator 5 minutes every single time, yeah. I, and again, that could also be me needing to work on my patience, but I just appreciate when there's multiple functioning and fast elevators. So the current building I'm in has four. The previous building I was in had eight. Yeah. And what I actually liked even more is that the previous building had four lower elevators and four high elevators. So I was on a high floor. So I like that because you skip from like level 1 to 30. You like shoot straight up. It's a fast elevator. You shoot straight up to 30 and then it goes to the high floors. So you'll notice that yeah, in the really nice luxury condo buildings, you'll have a low floor elevator, a high floor elevator, and then potentially a penthouse elevator. Okay, next thing you'll notice in a Thai luxury condo building are the infinity rooftop pools. Y'all, this will make or break a building, in my opinion. I loved, I haven't spent nearly enough time in this one, but the previous luxury building I was at, the rooftop infinity pool, I don't know if I've seen a nicer view from Bangkok. Like it's insane. I'm like, this is a residential building. How do we have access to this? And you just think about, I don't know, like on you could wake up in the morning and just decide to lounge at the pool and have just this gorgeous skyline view of Bangkok. It just sometimes, yeah, I'm just like, how do you casually exist in a city where you're able to live in a way that you never could have dreamed of? Like Bangkok feels like the city of dreams. It blows my mind. So yeah, get used to an infinity rooftop pool. And then number eight, you'll likely also have a 360 panoramic rooftop gym. Some luxury buildings will have the gym on the first floor, but I would say 90%, at least that I've seen. I've toured a lot of buildings. Many of them are on the rooftop. And I think it's inspiring when the gym's on the rooftop because, again, you're on the treadmill and you're just looking out at the view. I think that could be really nice. All right. Ninth thing that Thai luxury condo buildings have are usually co-working spaces and libraries. This could either be on a mid-level floor or the rooftop as well. I like mid-level because then it gives me a chance to, I don't know, because when the gym and the co-working space is on the same floor, you got sweaty people passing by. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, this place has a really nice like library. You can also kind of like lounge and yeah, you could host people. It just seems very functional. There's also like a private actually this leads to the 10th thing. There's a private kitchen, boardroom, even like playroom for kids and game room. So, yeah, there's just a lot of different spaces that you can utilize if you want to get out of your home, but you're with friends. And yeah, I just really appreciate that. It makes to be able to actually use the amenities in the building that you're paying rent in is powerful. Because in the US, I use the gym every so often because I bought my own gym equipment. Because again, people, stranger danger. So I had my own mini gym on my balcony. But yeah, I can't say I ever used any of the amenity floors really. Okay, and then number 11 is that you'll notice in luxury condo buildings is that there's no short-term stayers. Number one, it is technically illegal to, and it depends on the building, but many of them don't allow subletting or Airbnb. So you're not going to get this constant influx of random people with suitcases and backpacks checking in and out, looking lost, kind of disrupting the flow or looking out of place. Everyone here in this building, everyone is like mostly Thai. And for the international people, like I met a black woman here the other day and we were on the elevator and she was on a high floor. So I said, I know that's right. I was yeah, really happy for her. But one thing that I will say about the international crowd is everyone is either sophisticated or I can tell they're like nerdy, like smart. Like scholarly is the word. I was in the co-working space one of the days and someone brought their setup and they were just like coding. They had this like three monitor setup and they were just coding. And I kind of was just like looking over like, yep, you good for you. Like, I know that whatever rabbit hole you are currently in took several years and that there is like a deep passion for what you do because I could just see their intent and I can just appreciate that. So I forgot who said it, but when you're in a building with people who are who you feel are at your level or above, it is inspiring. It makes you feel like, yeah, I'm doing something. And it's always a beautiful thing to be able to strike up conversation in the elevator, which everyone is very nice. And even with the Thai people, I'll speak, my little few words of Thai, and I can see that they're so amazed, but also excited to chat with me in their language. And there's this elderly Thai woman, I see her all the time, and she is always so excited to see me. And every time she will say, "It's so good that you speak Thai." Wow, I'm just so happy you speak Thai. So I try to learn a new word every time I see her to make her proud. Okay, and last but not least, something that you will notice in Thai luxury condo buildings is there's a front desk reception area and also something called a jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is basically the leasing office. So they will be responsible for your mail, your master key, um, I don't know, any issues with things that you might need in your arrival or departure process. And if you're someone who you're like, well, Glow, I don't know if I want to go the realtor route. I don't know if, yeah, I'm just overwhelmed with the process. You can also go to different buildings. You can just look them up and you can go to the jurisdiction or the leasing office and ask if there's any vacancies, any availabilities coming up. That's something that I've learned is that the Thai real estate market moves fast, especially here in Bangkok. Like people, Bangkok is a bustling city. Like I'm not going to compare it to New York, but a good place is not going to stay on the market very, very long. And something that you'll recognize, like if you go to some of the leasing sites like ddproperty.com, I'll put that in the video description, you'll notice that, anything that's actually listed, you might reach out and ask for information, and they'll be like, oh, the property is gone. And here's what they actually do, because I learned this later on, but they list places that will garner interest just so they can get your information and then they can let you know what's actually available. So they don't actually care to update the listings. It's more about, are you looking? Okay, cool. I'm an agent, I'm a realtor. I can find you something. And not to say that's a bad thing because they will, be aggressive in trying to get you what you're looking for. But yeah, I've mentioned this in a previous video, but you can get something, even a duplex, anywhere from 400 US dollars and up. You can really, like whatever your budget is, you can really find something good. And your living standards will have to just slightly change. You're going to have to be a little bit more minimal, and the space that you think you need is probably going to have to decrease. You won't need as much space as you think, and because many condos come pre-furnished, you also don't need to buy anything more. So the goal is that you come here with your suitcases, you hang up your clothes, and you're ready to live. Toilet paper, mouthwash, I don't know, toothpaste. But the goal is that you just unpack and you're ready to set up shop. Every time I've moved, and most leases will be for up to a year, but sometimes you're able to negotiate 3 months and 6 months. But every time I've moved, it took me a couple weeks to be like, do I really live here? Is this my life? Is this my view? Is this my couch? It's disorienting because you're like, how did we get here? This is so cool. Like the process in Bangkok to get a place is nothing more than just having 2 months deposit. There is no background check, there is no credit check, there is no massive bureaucratic process, there's no application fee. Like all these things that we have to do in the US, which is mostly to pad the pockets of the leasing office. You skip that. If you see a place and you like it, you pay to take it off the market. So you'll pay that 1 month fee to take it off the market that kind of buys time. And then when you're ready to move, you pay the first month and the last month. So if you have that, again, let's say you find a place that's 400 US dollars, you're paying 1200 and you get the keys by the next day. And your realtor or the owner can help you set up internet, or internet is already there. But yeah, I mean, my new condo that I'm at, um, beautifully newly renovated, and I already have my first VIP weekend that I'm hosting. She'll be staying there, so I'm super excited. Like, I get to actually use the space, and it has such a beautiful. I can't wait to make videos there in the future, but has such a beautiful living space and working space, and it feels so cozy and inviting. So I'm excited for just the work I'll get to create there. But before I moved in, I noticed I was like, oh, there's no filtered water. I drink a lot of water. I love water. I've been sober for 3.5 years. I don't drink soda. Yeah, so it's like water and matcha. So I drink a lot of water. So I'm gonna need a filtered water because I do not want to waste a bunch of, liter bottles. And so I asked the owner, I'm like, oh, I would really appreciate, you know, a filter because my last place had one. And he was like, done. So give me till tomorrow. I was like, you could have a week. I didn't know it was that easy. And, something that I'm learning as well, like it's okay to be firm about your needs because if they like you as a tenant, they will work with you. This these new owners that I mean they're adorable. They have to be in their 30s. They're just a cute couple, cute Thai couple. And they have a little daughter. So I went to the toy store and I got the daughter a little stuffed animal that has like some English words because she kept saying to me, wow, wow. So I wanted to get her something. But yeah, it was really cute to be able to connect with them on a very personal level and it not feel like business. Like we snapped photos of us all signing the lease agreement. And yeah, I think relationships are going to be huge here. You don't want to go into the market blind because I hate to say it, you will get taken advantage of. This is not a Thai thing, this is a global thing. If you look like you are unresearched and unprepared, yeah, you'll be taken advantage of. And again, that's business. So you have to be really smart about just asking the right questions, doing your research, and honestly, that's where having a realtor really makes sense. So, yeah, that is all I got. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you are interested in joining the Passport to Thailand community, you can check it out here. We are starting in a few days. Basically, it's 8 weeks for those of you who are looking to move to Bangkok in the next 2 years. Like, you want to join this because I walk you through all the steps and all the things you need to get ready. And here was yesterday's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you don't know, I'm Glow and I make videos every single day. It's a pleasure to have you here. See you tomorrow.